What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, something interesting and fun happened, and it's Simic Ramp. And I say that because I had a version of the deck just kind of sitting around for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days or so now. And randomly, some people last night, when we were talking about it on stream, were just like, no, that deck's actually good. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I hadn't played any games with it yet. So I decided I would make that what I play today for y'all. And it turns out it's actually pretty good. Not what I thought it was going to be at all, but better than I anticipated. And we win in some pretty interesting ways. And I think that's what makes the deck fun too. So I hope y'all are going to enjoy this because it does get to use a couple of cards you don't play with that often, but it also does use quite a few that we're already used to seeing. And I think you'll identify those as soon as we get to the deck list. So yeah, let's hop into it and let's look and see how well we do with Simic Ramp. Okay, so the fun part about this list is it does use several new cards and quite a few things from like Strixhaven and stuff, which is also really nice. So we have a few different cards that are filling in and doing work here for us, which is really fantastic. But starting at the top, we have Neverwinter Dryad. This is a 1/1 for 1. You can pay 2 and sacrifice it, search your library for a basic forest, put it on the battlefield tapped. Now, it doesn't seem like much, but really being able to get rid of a 1/1, especially after like turn 2 or 3, if your opponent plays a big creature, you're not going to do anything but probably chump block. And if you already have mana open, you can leave your options to either counter something or just go ramp yourself up to be able to hit one of those bigger things. And the name of the game in this deck is really going to be getting mana, so this fits in perfectly. You may have 2 Into the Royal, and this is mostly just to buy time, right? Like maybe we need to bounce one of their artifacts, maybe they played a big dragon we need to get out of the way so we can punch through with an extra turn. It does allow you to draw a card if you play it with kicker, but it's kind of just a good all-around utility spell in this deck more than anything. And then we're playing a couple of Jawari's Disruption, mostly because, well, it counters something, but it's still a land. You know, that's the thing. Again, part of our deal is how do we get more mana? So playing stuff that makes sure we hit our land drops isn't the worst thing ever. And if we're on the draw, this gives us a chance to maybe stop something on turn 3 or turn 4 that could be critical. Prosperous Innkeeper. This card, we're seeing it in so many deck lists, and I'm guilty. Like, I'm playing it in a lot of lists, too. The card's just really good. Between this, Kalane, what is it? The Shambling Ghoul, or Shambling Ghast, I think it is. Like, there's so many low mana cards that are in the uncommon slot in this set. I don't know, Shambling Ghast might even be a common. But they just generate treasure in so many different ways, and they still have upside as well. So hard not to want to play with this card here. So it's perfect in here, obviously, and the incidental life gain does matter. Playing Foresaw It Coming, because why not? You know, we can ramp enough to where we can play spells and still counter, so you definitely want to have some protection in here. 2 Esca's Chariots, because they're just going to be our route to victory more often than they probably should. A couple of Eureka Moment, and I tried to play an extra copy of Eureka Moment and Quandrix Cultivator in here, and I ended up getting away from them, but I really wanted to consider that. So, like, in the future, if you're deck building and wanted a card to put in, like, these are 2 that I think you can up 1 apiece. We are just playing 3 of the Cultivator, and between them, they're pretty nice, right? You get to search for, draw 2 cards, and you get to put a land into play, an extra land into play. And then you have Quandrix Cultivators let you search for a basic land. Your choice, actually, of a forest or an island. So, and the thing about the Quandrix Cultivator and the Eureka Moment that is good is the lands don't come into play tapped. So you can use them to play a second or third spell sometimes in a turn. Now, one of the new dragons we have here is Imrith, Desert Doom. Pretty fantastic considering that when it's untapped, has Ward 4. That's pretty awesome. So it's going to be hard for your opponent to remove it. It is a 5/5 for 5 with flying. If it connects, you get at least 1 card, possibly more. I will say with this deck, oftentimes we're probably just getting a card, but that's more than enough a lot of the time. Then we have 1 Mordenkainen. No idea how good this is going to be. I wanted to try to play 2 just because drawing the card seems good. I don't know if I'll ever get to the ultimate or use the ultimate, but I can see a lot of times where we're making like a dog that's like a 4/4 or a 6/6, something like that, and I think that could be justified in playing this. Then we have 4 Alrund's Epiphany because why not? I had 3 in the list, And I eventually just went, F it, let's just go to 4 because the card's just that good. Like let me say this. I hate cards that take extra turns. I hate this one even more because it gives us creatures and takes extra turns. And I'm playing it. So we're just going to be seeing a lot of this card over the next year, unfortunately. But, you know, it's a damn good card, so you got to play it. And then Cyclone Summoner. I will say this. I actually played a practice game with this before I started recording, and I ended up upping the Cyclone Summoner from 2 to 3. And I don't regret that. It's 7 mana, but honestly, if you can get a Summoner out, and then you follow up with an Epiphany, or you have a Summoner out with a couple of creature lands, or whatever, like, that can just end the game by itself. Like, the card is very stout as a 7/7. So, yeah, big on that. Also good at removing tokens, if that ends up being a thing. And then 2 Coma, Cosmos Serpent. So, love this card. It's hard to play, obviously, because it costs 7 mana. But we can get to 7 fairly reasonably in this list. And all it has to survive as an upkeep. And after that, it's going to be really hard for your opponent to kill it. And it's a big 6/6 body. Now, we are playing Hall of the Storm Giants. And I know any of you that follow my reviews or follow my streams or whatever, I tell you, like, Hall of the Storm Giants is my least favorite of the new creature lands. But, you know, here we can get to 6 or 7 lands pretty easy. So, yeah, having a 7/7 on the ground, it's also hard to kill. Can't gripe about it. You know, it's one of those things, if we're just going to have the mana, we might as well put it to use. 7 snow-covered islands. We have 1 Lair of the Hydra, 8 snow-covered forests. And Lair of the Hydra we're playing because, again, we just have a bunch of mana. You know, if we just get in a weird situation where we need like an 8/8 or 10/10 to attack with, like, we can do that. The 8 snow-covered forests, 4 bark channel pathway, just so we can get either color, and 3 faceless havens. Now, we're not playing a ton of snow lands, but we do have 15, and we can go search them out. So we're almost always going to be able to activate faceless haven. That shouldn't be a problem. But y'all know the drill. Whenever we get to the end of playing the games, y'all skip to the back part of the video, or don't skip. Watch the video, because that helps. Watch time is important, by the way. The longer you watch, the more YouTube likes that, the more they recommend the video to other people. So even if you don't watch it, let it play in the background while you're at work, or while you're cleaning your house, or whatever it is. That'll help out a ton. But after the games, we will talk about what we would change and update from this list, and then we'll have a card spotlight for you, so maybe you get a little bit of benefit. I'm pretty sure this is bad, but we're going to keep it. We have so many lands. Like, I'm willing to gamble. Let's see what's up. That'll make things a little easier. Not a ton, but it'll help. Well, maybe not against that it won't. But I'd say that. We do have Into the Royal, though. So if they do play something like Immersturm Predator next turn, we could bounce it the following turn. It sucks we're going to have that tapped later, but I think it has to be. Though I guess it's okay if it's a turn where we're going to use Into the Royal anyway. Mardu. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on. An eye twitch, sure. And a charger. What is this? This is like the all super aggro plan. I guess we have to leave mana up for a dragon? I for real don't know. I think I want to just do this. And then we'll just pass. I mean, if we have to blow up treasure to not die, then I guess it's worth it. Alright, we take 3. I mean, it's not worth blocking and trading any situation there. Another eye twitch, alright. And they're holding on to that treasure, so they must need another land for something. Otherwise, they'd just be making like 2/2s and stuff here. So... we could set up to just have 5 next turn. But we still would need a second blue. Though we do have the treasure. So we could do this. I guess that's what we do. Epiphany? Yeah. Alright. I mean, we can survive like 3 more attacks. And we can chump block something along the way. So actually no, the thing we chump block would deal damage to us actually. Looks like they're gonna sack something. Yep, Deadly Dispute makes sense. Sure, they get a whole pile of cards. Oh, they are looking for lands. I'd like to draw another island here, or untapped blue source would be great. Let's go ahead and just bounce that. Yes, they get a treasure, but whatevs. I mean, we know we can make chump blockers if we need to this turn. Barring something else fun and interesting coming out. Ooh, I saw it coming, huh? So we got 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we go ahead and do this and just play it safe. No attacks. I think we're going to end up having to chump block here at some point. Just, I mean, I say that. We're going to, if it lives, we get to gain some life from the Epiphany. So actually, we won't do that. Alright, there's the dragon. We counted the dragon. Alright, we take our 5. No blocks. We're going to gain a big chunk of that back over the next couple turns. And we know we get to resolve both of these. So we're going to take a turn. We're going to attack. Play a land. Take a turn. Gain some life. Attack. Now we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not enough to kill the opponent. We could Mordenkainen in here. And just save some stuff to chump block. Make it 2/2. Draw some cards. What's our best solution here? I mean, Eureka Moment into Eureka Moment is not the best. But I think we do this.
You mustn't be very wise. Maintaining balance requires insight.
Put 1 on the bottom of the library, huh? Probably this. Alright. Because then we could draw 2, make like a 4/4 probably. Another Goldspan Dragon. Okay. Well, let's see where the opponent's attacking. Everything at Mordenkainen, they say. Okay. And then we will go 1 here. 1 here. 1 here. And let's go 2 here. I mean, that kind of sets up Mordenkainen to die next turn, but yeah, whatevs. Because they're attacking Mordenkainen, they ain't attacking us. And that's what I figured. They're going to target Mordenkainen when really they probably should be firing it at us, but I'm okay with that. And then go get a thing to sack a creature to kill a planeswalker also, if necessary. Nope, they're just going with pest summoning.
You have my full attention.
Oh, I got something else. Oh, they have the dragon damage thing, I bet. Nope, they don't. Okay, they're just going to go ahead and environmental sciences. Gaining the life could matter, too, at this stage. 2 life might be legit. Nothing else really we can do here. So let's do this first. Okay. Do we want to attack or do we not want to? Let's see what else we find. That's interesting. Don't hate that. So if we minus Mordenkainen, actually if we plus, then they have to send more than just these into them. So let's do that. And maybe we find something interesting.
Leave me be. I'm reading.
We didn't find anything crazy interesting. We can put one of those back. We can play a land for the turn. We can cast this. Go get another land. Oh, actually, I could have got a green land. I forgot they came in untapped. Could matter. Could matter. All right, pest summoning. High Twitch. All right, dragon gets in there.
Really? Was that your big spell?
That's a thing. Okay, well let's draw.
The entire
Oh, that's
multiverse
huge. That is huge.
library.
Let's put this on the bottom. All right, we're gonna go ahead and that leaves us enough to still attack with. So we could attack once just to see if they'll triple block and clear the way for later attacks. So let's do that. Let's activate this. And we'll attack. If they want to triple block, kill a Faceless Haven, so be it. Okay, that's it. They're going to take 3. Fair. Yeah, this is going to be a rough set of back-to-back turns here for the opponents. Take a turn. And we can go ahead and foretell this one. Drawer's Disruption. Don't know if that's going to matter. We'll draw.
The entire multiverse.
Probably
is
don't
my
need that.
library.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. So I need 6, 4, and 4? Do I have enough for that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can tap 1, 2, 3 and activate that. Nope, can't use that one. Has to be this. Right, and that would still leave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's do it. Yeah, this is the rough point of no return for the opponent, I think. Yep. And then we'll take another turn. Draw.
To control, one
And
must
that could just go on the bottom. And then we activate. And then we activate. And we get in there. Yep. There you go. Oh boy, we'll keep it. I mean, our whole grind is about getting mana, so let's do that. Yep, Shambling Gas. Seeing a lot of that card. Check for traps. Reveal their hand, you choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. If it's an instant card or a card with flash is exiled this way, they lose 1 life. Otherwise, you lose 1 life. Yeah, that's a good one for them to stop. Check for traps is a legit card. Let's put this on blue. I'm gonna go with the Innkeeper. I mean, they may spin some removal to try to kill an Innkeeper or something. I doubt it. Village Rights. But it could also just counter their Village Rights. Which I think I'm okay with. It's probably a little bit aggressive, honestly. We'll see what else they have, though. Okay. I think we're mostly fine with that. Then we get 2 cards off the Eureka Moment. Yep, sack and kill. Makes sense. That's not bad. Ooh, that's nice. Unfortunately, I don't get to play this Prosperous Innkeeper here, and we could have played a Coma next turn. But that's okay. We will do this. Alright. Let's see what the opponent's got to kill here. Nothing. Huh. Almost find that hard to believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we have to do here really is put this into play tapped. Attack with our Innkeeper. Because they can turn this into a land, but that costs 4, so... Alright, so then we'll do this for 6. Take an extra turn, get our life, and then we can choose... Probably we're going to choose Coma. But this way, if we drew no other land, we blow up the treasure here, it's fine. Oh, that's cute. Having those on back-to-back turns could be nice. Now, if they have an instant speed removal, they can still kill a Coma. So that is the downside. Need at least 1 turn, but if it dies, it dies. We'll come back with back-to-back summoners, and I think that might be able to start closing the gap. Alright. That's reasonable. Okay, looks like Coma's going to be the head serpent in charge. Check for traps. Okay, well, I guess we lose one of those summoners. Alright. Gain a life. We will activate this. We will tap a Deuter. Sack this one that can't attack yet. We'll activate our land. We will attack with all the things. I mean, Umbral Juke. You make a 2-1. Alright, I mean, you're not dead. Like, it's a thing you can do. Throw it in front of the coma. I mean, sure. We'll go ahead and play a land in case we need this later. We'll just pass the turn. Go up to 25. I think that's it. Yeah, that's not going to do much good here. They would need some combination of at least 3 blockers, possibly 4. Okay, well, there you go. I forgot about that. They had a backup one. That does buy them the required amount of time. Gain another life. Oh, look, another Faceless Haven. I can't activate that one, though. Alright. Same deal. We'll go ahead and tap this. Sack this. And then we'll attack. That'll do it. Boom. Oh boy, we get to go first with this ridiculous hand. I don't think we can keep this one. That's a bit much with no ramp at all. This is much better though. We'll keep this. I think we're going to scrap that Emrith. I'll open with this. And I think we're going to do this. Attack for 1. I thought it was going to be Kalane. That's been such a common card we've been seeing lately. I think we just attack for 1. In the turn. So we get the ability to counter something here. If not, we can search for a land and then kind of work our way around that. There's a chance the opponent assumes we have a counter anyway. That is a thing we are glad to counter, though. Not gonna lie. No hesitation on that one. Okay, this works out pretty nicely, all things considered. I mean, we'd like to draw an untapped land next turn, but this will have to do. Alright, another Sedgemoor Witch. Oh, Varragoth. Cool. We're going to see if we can get lucky. We're going to gamble on fate a little bit. Alright. So we get one of these off. That's not the worst thing, though. Alright, so we're going to play the Summoner, but I'm assuming the Summoner is going to get killed. And then we have to figure out what we do after that. Though we could also attack with the 7/7. 1, 2, 3. No, we need one more land. No, we do have enough. Yeah. Ah, that's annoying. I'm not going to pay for Varragoth? Okay, there we go. I was going to be a little surprised. Oh, what do we do here? really don't know what we do. I'm going to go on the assumption they're just going to replay their things and then maybe we have an answer. Like, I don't know. Bogoval Darkness. Oh, and Vecna. Oh. Okay. That's not what I expected to see. Cool, though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could do this and then do this. And then try to get in with the land and that for a turn. Okay. Oh, wait, actually, that would do it. Oh, wow. We would have just stumbled on this by accident. All right, so let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one would be 6. Yep. Wow. There you go. Ooh. I wish this hand was just a touch better. Like, I wish I had one green source in here. I'm going to mulligan this, though. Ugh, that didn't get much better. Let's keep it, though. Scrap one of these. And let's see what we can do. Man, hopefully we get something we can play next turn, because I would like to maybe Chariot. I don't know. That's not great. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to roll out a Quandrix Cultivator. Can't play the Chariot, because it can also be destroyed by Prismari command, and we don't want that to happen. Okay. Willing to sacrifice that. Okay. We can play this. You know what? I'm just going to play this. I mean, we still need another blue source for any of this other stuff to work out, but I think this is where we are. Oh, they're going to sweep the board. Deal 2 to everything. Nope, deal 2 to one of them, and then... Is Prismari's what not destroys an artifact? Oh, they must really need blue mana or something. Because I would have totally killed the Chariot. They must be desperate. Yeah, they seem like they're not in a good spot. Because I can't imagine why you would have done that otherwise. Yeah. Pay 1, 2, 3. Oh, we actually can't. Okay, I guess we just attack with these. Because we want to be able to play the Prosperous Innkeeper. Alright, see what the opponent's got. Galazeth? Sure. Now the next question is that a Sawt coming or not? And I'm not completely sold that it is. If it's not, I feel like we can start setting up possibly an end to the game here. But if it is, it's bad for us. So we're going to do this. I'm gonna tap that. We got something to kill our Faceless Haven? Or, okay. Dragonfire. Cool, cool, cool. Don't hate that. Now the downside is, do we attack with the cat to guarantee we get damage through? I have a feeling they're either going to play their own Epiphany or some dragons next turn, so I'm willing to get in what we can here. Interesting if that's the way they went. Alright, so we did lose our land, which is a bit of a disappointment. They did tap their blue mana here, though, but they still have one available from the treasure. And again, Prismari command is still a thing. So we have to be cognizant of that. However, if we draw an untapped land, which we didn't, we would have been able to try to bait that out and then try to take extra turns or whatever. But that was not to be, as it were. So we're going to attack. I think we just get in there and let the Innkeeper, whatever. Like, if they want to block an Innkeeper, sure. Because now the cats are lethal on their own. We could Eureka Moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we only need one land, so I'm willing to gamble. Right now, they have to do something to get rid of our cats. That's their first thing. Or play another blocker. Okay, there's an Epiphany. Not the scariest thing. Could be triplicate Epiphanies, though. At least one of those is probably another one. Yep. You know, though, in a weird way, I kind of want them to just have another Epiphany here. But I'm pretty sure we saw them discard one, right? Yeah. That's bad if that is another Epiphany now. Because now we die. Well, they're being careful with what they leave back. So that sounds like not another Epiphany. So now we have to start asking the question, how do we win if the opponent only has a counter behind? Because that's a real question. So now we activate, we attack, they block with Goldspan Dragon. They could block one with Prismari or with Galazeth, chump block. I don't have to do anything otherwise. But we're at 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kind of sucks, because I think those are both counters that the opponent has behind. I mean, we could also activate this. Activate Chariot, attack with all that. At least gets rid of the other flyers, limits the opponent's options. Don't love it, but this is what we're going to do. Okay. They didn't want to give up their dragon. Interesting. What's that last card? And they're still not killing our chariot. Am I misreading Prismari command? Nope, it totally says destroy an artifact. I mean, you got it. Lethal. Just go, opponent. Yeah, there you go. You got it. We'll keep. I mean, we have kind of everything we need, so sure. The next turn we can foretell I saw it coming, leave mana up to counter if we need to. Alright. Wasn't worth playing anything there because they could have had their own, like, Jiraiya's Disruption or something. And it would have ended up being kind of bad. So here we play this. Can't quite take advantage. Like, next turn we'll be able to Chariot plus counter, and then we'll feel better about that. Get in there for our 1. And end the turn. Unless they play something here we need to counter. Nope. Looks like that was not the case. Well, opponent's thinking about something hard here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're like, they don't want to spend their mana knowing that we might do something. But we're ramping pretty hard here. Come on, Forest. Okay, so they have something they can play there that resembles spot removal. Don't want to go with Coma yet because we're really expecting a counter to pop up. So let's go with this. This also results in 2 life from the 2 cats coming in. That's enough for the opponent to scoop. Oh boy, alright. Keeping it. No ramp spells. Let's see what happens. This is probably a losing hand, but we're going to find out the hard way. This is also interesting too, because if we were to find another blue source, I would probably Epiphany Foretell on 2, because I could still just cast this the next turn. However, we didn't find that, so we're most definitely going to put this away. Vecna. Alright. We can roll this out. And pass. Who knows? They might pay 2, draw a card here. Heck, they did. Alright. That opens up the door for us a little bit if we can find one more land. Hopefully it's untapped. Don't kill our innkeeper. It's the only thing we have to fight with. Come on, opponent. Be kind. That's not what we wanted to see. Not at all. I say that, and not at all. It's not bad, actually. Have to leave the saw it coming up, though. But depending on what they do, we may just search for a land and call it good. Like, even if they were to sweep the board here, I don't think that's worth defending. I think we'd be better off sitting on the saw it coming, because we'd be able to foretell the Epiphany and play the saw it coming next turn, or even just play Eska's Chariot. So, like, there's really no reason. If we just lose our creatures, we lose our creatures. I'm willing to roll with that. Because we were going to sacrifice this one anyway. Ally. That's a good choice. Good choice. Now, this is a little of a gamble, leaving ourselves shields down when we don't have to. But figured I'd go for it. Now, if they play something like Nighthawk Scavenger or whatever, that would suck. What's up with this? Okay, so exile the book. Oh, you have to have the hand also. Okay, they don't have the hand. Oh, that's nifty. How do we feel about that? All right, can we win this race? I think we have to put this aside, like, just in case we get the chance to play it next turn. I mean, this does allow them to draw a card and then they can make a 2/2, right? If you lost life, yeah. But we're in pretty good shape right now. Now we're having to keep the hand of Vecna away, so we are going to have to counter that. But if they tap down enough and we counter something, if we can just draw an untapped land, we get to attack and make an extra turn attack, and that's game. Yeah, we're in pretty secure position here. Barring them just playing a couple of discard spells, I'm not really sure what the outcome is for them. Also, not even that. We do have an Into the Royal still, so... Okay, this would make us discard 2. I don't think we want to do that. I mean, we could have given up this, and I think that would have been fine. I would have been okay with that, but that would have been about the most. All right, get in there. Copy that. We'll foretell this one. And now we've kind of got everything we need. I mean, this was just good old Chariot, and I saw it coming pretty much that protected this game. And that's saying something, because the opponent's gotten, what, 2 extra cards off their thing, and they didn't get a creature yet, so. But yeah, I think that's game. Even if they just play a sweeper or something here, we can at least power word kill? Sure. We'll allow it. There you go. Well, like I said, that turned out to be way better than anticipated deck-wise, and I'm kind of disappointed I waited so long to play it. The one thing I will say is I didn't really find a time that I wanted Jiraiya's Disruption, though there was one of the games against the one of the Vecna decks that we could have been in a situation where we needed to use it, so I don't hate it. But if there was a card to get replaced, it's probably that. But it does have a purpose, and I don't mind having it in the deck. There's not much I would really change. Like I said, if there's something you don't own and you may be looking to save some cash, or maybe you don't want to spend wild cards or whatever it is, you could look at playing more of the Quandrix Cultivator or the Eureka Moments. Yeah, so those should be cards you can get your hands on pretty easy. Even on Arena, those should be easy to craft. So yeah, go ahead and up those. Those will still help the deck a lot until you get the rares and the mythics that you need. Or if you just want to play an extra like Eskis Chariot, because I know some people own those from a couple of sets ago, that's totally reasonable too. So there's a lot of ways you can manipulate the numbers and just buy yourself some time, even if you don't have some of the more recent rares or mythics. So something about, but it is actually a pretty fun deck, pretty strong one, so I would not be surprised if you run into this a bit more on the ladder. Now for today's card spotlight, this one is one I'm probably going to be telling you to sell, and that's Thorn of Amethyst. And the reason I say that is we're reaching the point that it's actually been steadily increasing, but it's actually ramped up a bit over the last 6 months. But that's happened to a lot of Magic cards, so that in and of itself isn't that big a deal. And it's over $25 now. And usually when you see cards start reaching to that range, especially if they only have one version, you can expect them to be reprinted in some product within the next probably year or two. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be immediate, right? We may not see it until, who knows, another 6 months from now, maybe another 12 months from now. But at some point, this is going to be on the radar for a reprint, whether that's in a commander deck or it's going to be in some booster set. If it's in a commander deck, I don't think it'll tank as much. It'll go from maybe 25 or 30 down to, I don't know, maybe 18-ish. But if it's in a booster product, you can see it come all the way down and sometimes maybe even get quartered. And that's a big deal. It's a very popular card, still very good, but it's one of those things I would say, like, keep an eye on it. We're going to get to a point where it's probably going to peak here, I don't know, maybe soon. But if there's an announcement that it's getting reprinted, you're going to see it drop way down. So if this is one of those weird cards you've been holding on to for a while and you have extras, now would probably be a good time to move on them, or sometime in the near future. But just wanted to point that out because I think that's a card a lot of people haven't necessarily seen, but also one that people may have forgotten about. Now, don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, like always. And I want to implore you, if you haven't, to check out the other links we have, because you can come follow me on Facebook Gaming or on Twitch, which is a great way to kind of get to dictate what you want to see here on the YouTube channel. Or you can just come by the Discord, and that's good for just asking questions, getting deck help, rule stuff, all that. We have a pretty nice group in there. Over 500 members of the Brood are hanging in there daily now. And I also have to ask, well, y'all know the drill. If you haven't, I don't want to be here begging, but, you know, it really helps. I have to admit, if you've watched this far, you're a champ, you're a hero. We appreciate it. It really helps a lot. And every time you like, subscribe, notify, those things really help boost our visibility on YouTube. And y'all have been doing a great job the last couple weeks. I'm super appreciative. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.